Hello, everyone. My name is Melissa Hetland Nelson. I am program supervisor at the St. Charles Linden Oaks Hospital outpatient site, and I'm going to talk a little bit about just the stress response, anxiety, and panic, especially in relation to everything that we have going on right now with COVID-19 and the state of the world. Just being present and feeling grounded right now is really, really difficult. And I want to just share that out loud and just acknowledge that, because I think a lot of us are trying to manage and we're taking it moment by moment, which is good. I think that in a lot of ways is all that we can do right now, is go moment by moment, or day by day, whatever time increment works best for you. But really acknowledging that this is a stressful time, and we are going to have stress response. We are human beings, and we are going to have responses to the abnormal stimuli that we're being faced with right now. Just the uncertainty, the lack of feeling safe, right? The not knowing, all like loss of control. All of these things are happening in the world right now. Our bodies are going to have a response, and that's normal and that's healthy. And so I want to validate that just anxiety that is in the world, it can show itself in a lot of different ways in the body. And really depending upon your body, like you might notice that your heart is beating a little bit faster, or that your lungs, that it's really hard to get a full breath. And especially with everyone wearing masks right now, our breathing is a little bit different in a mask than as opposed to not having a mask on. But the stress response for you could present in inability to get a full deep breath. It might present as having like tension or nervousness in your stomach. And really, stress or anxiety, they like to sit right in the core of the body, yeah. And anxiety is a very tricky thing. It tricks the body into believing that it's a lot smaller than it is, right? And so it can trick the body into believing that you are just like the size of your pore. You don't have arms, you don't have legs, you don't have feet, you don't have a head. We're just going to keep all this energy concentrated in the middle of your body, and then have responses of panic and anxiety, and that's not good. And so moving that energy out into your arms, into your legs, is going to be really important right now, just to help you regulate. And so also I want to mention with that, the stress response, is that there is the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve is one of like the largest nerves in the body. It starts out in your brain, and it runs down and into your face and thorax, right, into your abdomen. It also has parasympathetic fibers, and what we know about the parasympathetic nervous system is that's what helps us calm, helps us ground, right? A lot of us are sympathetically charged right now. Our sympathetic nervous system is kicked in. It's like mobilizing us to prepare to respond, right? To keep ourselves safe. It's like there's like this feeling of just being on edge that I think is running throughout the world right now. And so that's the sympathetic response. But that parasympathetic, that's what we need to more engage with, the calming response, in order to help ground. But that vagus nerve, it can do a lot of interesting things in the body when it's feeling stimulated, when the nervous system is feeling dysregulated. And so, you might have like little twitches in your body, right? You might notice some unusual pain or tension. You might have a gastrointestinal discomfort right now. And so really that's your vagus nerve working to get that stress out of your body, working to discharge it from the body. And so now it's really important that you're gentle with yourself, you're gentle with your body, and really allow for your nervous system to do whatever it is that it needs to do to help regulate. And our nervous system is incredibly intelligent. Like, it's already doing things to help us ground and regulate that are outside of our conscious awareness, right? With parasympathetic processes, allowing for us to really get full breaths, slowing down the heart rate, really like settling in our body. Our bodies and nervous systems are already trying to do that. That's just, again, with the sympathetic charge that's pervasive right now, it's really difficult to do that. And so doing things, engaging with your sensory, right? Engaging with your senses, like taste, smell, vision, hearing, touch, all of those senses, to engage with them, doing things to engage, will allow for you to connect with your body in a safe way, to slow down the sympathetic response from COVID-19, right? And allow for you to be embodied and to feel safe. And whatever sensory tools you like to work with, it doesn't even have to be a formal tool, right? It doesn't have to be a fidget, it doesn't have to be a stress ball. It could be, but it could just be like holding an ice cube in your hand, right? Or something cold, something warm. Really, really safely engaging with your senses so that you can become grounded and can become embodied. But I really want to validate everybody's feeling the stress right now. It's a totally normal response to a really abnormal situation, this pandemic that we're going through right now. So to be gentle with yourselves and your bodies, be patient with yourselves and your bodies, take it moment by moment, engage with the sensory, and allow for your nervous system and body to do the things that it needs to do. And a lot of this is unconscious, right? It's not in our conscious awareness to help regulate and to bring you back to the feelings of equilibrium. And really, I would say that equilibrium, it's not like you're gonna engage with the sensory and come back to equilibrium and stay there. Just with the nature of the sympathetic charge right now, it's so high that you're gonna be coming off of equilibrium, you're gonna be coming off of feeling grounded, and you will have to re-engage with the sensory to come back down. But it is possible, and you can do it. And thank you very much for all that you're doing for our patients and the world right now. Take care and be well.